History of money, up to
2023.
Up
to 2023. www.livrz4csmartin.com +256 7537351111 at Livers 4CS. As of my last update in September 2021, here is a brief history of money up to that point. Barter system. Before the concept of money, people engaged in barter, exchanging goods and services directly with each other. While this system was sufficient for simple transactions, it had limitations when it came to the double coincidence of wants and the lack of a common measure of value. Commodity money. As societies evolved, they began using commodity money, where certain goods with intrinsic value, such as cattle, salt, or precious metals like gold and silver, were used as mediums of exchange. These commodities served as money because of their usefulness and wide acceptance. Metallic coins. The use of precious metals led to the development of metallic coins, with standardized weights and stamped markings to authenticate their value. This further facilitated trade and reduced the need to weigh precious metals at every transaction. Paper money. Around the 7th century in China, the concept of paper money emerged. Merchants and governments issued paper certificates that represented a claim to a certain amount of precious metal stored in a central location. This system was more convenient than carrying heavy coins. Banknotes and banking. In the 17th century, banks began issuing their own banknotes as a form of a promissory note, indicating that the holder could redeem the note for a specific amount of precious metal or coins. Over time, banknotes became widely accepted as a medium of exchange, even without the backing of physical reserves. Gold standard. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, many countries adopted the gold standard, where their currency was directly linked to a specific amount of gold. The gold standard provided stability to exchange rates and acted as a constraint on governments' ability to create excessive amounts of money. Abandonment of gold standard. The gold standard gradually declined in popularity during the early 20th century and was eventually abandoned by most countries. The United States, for example, ended the direct convertibility of the US dollar to gold in 1971, moving to a fiat money system. www.livrz4csmartin.com +256 7537351111 at Livers 4CS. Fiat money. In the modern era, most countries have adopted fiat money, which is currency that has value because a government declares it legal tender and the people have faith in its value. Fiat money is not backed by a physical commodity like gold but relies on the trust and stability of the issuing government. Digital payments. With the advancement of technology and the internet, digital payments have become increasingly prevalent. Electronic transactions, credit cards, online banking, and cryptocurrencies have revolutionized the way we handle money and conduct financial transactions. Cryptocurrencies. The most notable development in recent years has been the rise of cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. These digital currencies rely on blockchain technology and decentralized networks, offering new possibilities for financial transactions and challenging traditional banking systems. Please note that this history is up to September 2021, and there may have been further developments in the world of money and finance beyond that date. Attach CBDCs. www.livrz4csmartin.com +256 7537351111 at Livers 4CS. However, I can provide information about central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, here. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, are digital versions of a country's national currency issued and regulated by its central bank. CBDCs are intended to be the digital equivalent of physical cash and represent a new form of money that is digitally accessible to the public. They can be used for transactions, payments, and store of value. Key features and characteristics of CBDCs may include centralized issuance and control. CBDCs are issued and controlled by the central bank, making them distinct from decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. The central bank has oversight over the supply and circulation of CBDCs. Legal tender. CBDCs are typically considered legal tender, meaning they are recognized by the government and can be used to settle debts and transactions within the country. Direct liability of the central bank. Unlike commercial bank deposits, which are liabilities of commercial banks, CBDCs represent direct liabilities of the central bank. This means that CBDCs are considered risk-free assets, as they are backed by the central bank's balance sheet. www.livrz4csmartin.com +256 7537351111 at Livers 4CS. Retail CBDC and wholesale CBDC. There are two main types of CBDCs: retail CBDC and wholesale CBDC. Retail CBDC is directly accessible to individuals and businesses for day-to-day transactions, while wholesale CBDC is used for large-value interbank transactions and settlement. Privacy and security. CBDCs can be designed with varying degrees of privacy and security features. Striking a balance between user privacy and the need to prevent illicit activities is an important consideration for CBDC design. Financial inclusion and efficiency. CBDCs are seen as a means to enhance financial inclusion by providing access to digital financial services to unbanked and underbanked populations. They also have the potential to streamline payment systems and reduce transaction costs. Interoperability. CBDC systems may be designed to interoperate with existing payment systems, enabling smooth integration with the existing financial infrastructure. It's important to note that while many central banks around the world are actively researching and exploring the idea of CBDCs, the implementation and adoption of CBDCs vary from country to country. Some countries have already conducted pilot projects or implemented limited versions of CBDCs, while others are still in the early stages of feasibility studies and experimentation. For up-to-date information on specific CBDC initiatives and developments in various countries, I recommend checking official sources and reports from central banks and financial authorities. www.livrz4csmartin.com +256 7537351111 at Livers 4CS.